Hi, welcome to my channel, and today I'd like to talk about why I don't buy replica and also briefly talk about quality issue with luxury brands. So recently I bought this canvas tote bag from H&M, and some of you may know this is kind of one of the very popular dupe bag, Dior book tote dupe bag that H&M come up with. I bought this because I really like how the color looks, and after seeing this in person, I do think that it totally worth $30. I'm going to use it when I go to the beach or something so that I don't have to worry that the salt water would damage my bag. To be honest, when I saw Dior book tote, I did consider buying that bag. But after seeing some reviews about how they have quality issues, like the glue was seeping up and the yellowing issues, so I just didn't want to pay over $3,000 for a bag that could potentially have quality issues. And this kind of top-handed bag doesn't really fit into my preference sometimes, but I do like the look. So I ended up just getting this one for casual use at the beach instead of paying $3,000 for a bag that I'm probably not going to use much. I know this is the dupe bag, and I'm not against it because, to be honest, sometimes a form or a structure of a bag is so simple. You really can't come up with too many new things. For example, see, this is the one from Marc Jacob, and then I have one from Sandro, and then I have one from Leatherology. They are all similar in many ways. Unfortunately, unless you are some kind of genius designer, you may not be able to come up with a new design based on this simple tote structure. So for that reason, I'm okay that buying dupe bag if I have a need for it, if I can find a use for my bag. So I do really like tote bag design, and especially this simple one. It's just easier to use, easier to match your outfit. I decided to make this video because I have been approached by many companies that's likely from China that make replica bags, and I decided I do not want to buy replica bags or review replica bags because, to be honest, I don't need a replica bag. If I wanted a Dior book tote, if I can justify the quality, I can afford to buy it. So I don't really want to buy a replica bag for many reasons. One of it is I'm fortunate enough that I live in an environment that I don't have to deal with judgmental people. I think 99.9% of my friends or people around me, they don't care what bags I carry. They don't care that if I have a Dior book tote or not, to be honest. And if somebody want to be my friend because I have a Dior book tote, then I don't want to be friends with that person, to be honest. So I feel fortunate that I don't have to deal with how people look at me in my private life. So unfortunately, I understand that not everyone in that same situation. Some people do feel like they need certain brand or certain companies back to elevate their status. Second of all, with many luxury brands, they are dealing with customer complaining about their quality issue. So for me, after analyzing, I love observing and analyzing things. So after watching review and analyzing their design, their quality, I just can't justify that bag would worth $3,000 to $5,000, to be honest. And later I'll touch on that why quality has been getting worse with these big luxury brand companies. Third of all, if you are familiar with my channel, you may have seen that I actually bought big range of bags in big range of pricing. To me, I'm not faithfully or religiously loyal to a brand. To me, I buy bag because I like the design, I like the leather quality, I like the color. So to me, it's not so important that if I need to own certain brands of bags. So it more on the design itself. And fourth of all, I feel like this is probably the most important thing is using replica bag. It's kind of illegal in many countries. For example, in Japan and France, I would say if you travel to those countries, make sure you don't use a replica bag. You may get caught at the airport. Because of that reason, I really don't want to intentionally do anything illegal. As a content creator on YouTube, you never know when this company, they may start to sue YouTube, and YouTube may take action against content creators who promote or review or show replica bags. So I just want to point that out in case that happen in the future. So now let's switch gear and talk about the quality issue with many luxury brands. I'm sure some of you have heard about the quality issue with Chanel 22 bag. If you're not familiar, you can go Google it. I don't really want to pull picture of their website. It's kind of like a drawstring dust bag design that you see when you buy a bag. They usually give you a dust bag that has a drawstring feature. So to make things easier, the Chanel 22 basically has this kind of design. It's a drawstring dust bag. This one is from Telfar. Many people decided to buy that bag. I think one of the reasons is Chanel has been stick to the same classic flap style bag for a very long time. People who love Chanel, they're probably really eager to see something new, something different. So when Chanel released this Chanel 22 bag that looked like a dust bag, people just jump on it pretty fast. Unfortunately, now they have to deal with the quality issue. When I first saw that bag, I don't hate the design itself. I think it does provide a casual vibes to it, but as a bag collector, I have seen so many bags that I don't think the design is great, because the design itself is fundamentally flawed. Because you see, when you pull the drawstring, when you tighten the bag, it squeezes the material. So unless it's a cotton material or it's maybe polyester, nylon fabric, I don't think leather can withstand this kind of like a leather torture. Because you see, this is a lot of movement, a lot of squeeze, and a lot of movement going on. And if you have been buying contemporary bags or designer handbag, you know sometimes those leather bags can get scratches, can get marked and imprints so easily. And that Chanel 22 bag, the drawstring was made with a mix of leather and metal material. Imagine you have a metal change going through this internal side of the leather, and then just keep pulling, brushing, and I just don't think this is a great idea. This is like, you know, it's going to fail kind of design. And Chanel is not the only one that have quality issue. I have been to LV store many times, and each time I go to the store, I see quality issue with the bag that they show me or on display. When I went there to buy bags with my friends, I would see like scratches on the bags, and the pattern doesn't line up. It used to be, I thought that if the pattern doesn't line up, it must be a fake LV bag. But it's actually not. I saw it myself at the store that some of the real LV bag, the pattern they don't line up. So I don't think you should pay the money when they can't maintain that high quality that they promise or they claim to be. I think one of the reasons why quality has been getting worse with this big luxury brand is because I think they slowly becomes fast fashion company. Even though their price is really high, with the technology, with the social media, we want everything fast. Unfortunately, this company, they realize that we don't have to spend so much money or so much resources to make a bag that could last 10 years, 20 years, or even 50 years, because people get tired of it fast. People change their bag fast. People buy a new bag fast. So I think they are taking advantages of consumers and start producing bags that's lessen quality than they used to be. If you compare to some vintage bag you have found, you would see massive difference in terms of quality. Personally, I don't blindly follow a brand and buy whatever they put out, because the situation kind of reminded me that I used to have a friend that she was dating a guy that often cheated on her, and somehow she always find a reason to forgive him and continue to be together. And things happen again and again, even though she got hurt, but she still continued to be with that guy for a very long period of time. And I'm not professional in psychology, so I cannot understand that kind of mindset, but I feel like there is a similarity here. That people have been talking about how this luxury brand, they don't treat their customer with respect or the respect consumer deserve, because a lot of times they make you wait in the line for long. When you have quality issue, they don't really want to deal with it. They don't really want to deal with return, refund, and all that. So there has been many issues with these big brands, and I just feel like as a consumer, you need to think about what you deserve as a consumer instead of just letting this big brand dictate how you can enjoy your life and enjoy your bags. Anyway, I hope this video is not too heavy for you, and if you are interested to see what's the problem with Chanel 22, you can go Google it, search it on YouTube. You can find many examples. Thanks for joining me today, and if you want to discuss more about bags quality issue, replica bags, or whatever that is, let's talk in the comment area. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!